Back with Harry Wheeler after 3-1 defeat against Cray Valley Paper Mills. Eight jobs, walking over, talking to a few fans. Everybody said the same word, embarrassing. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, it is embarrassing, but I think a lot of people answer the question of why they're not playing. That's what you've got to look at. Some of them, majority of them are not playing. So I think we got to look at that is why, and there's an evidence of it. And if any of them were sitting on the edge of being at the club or not, then some of them seal their fate. And that's, they can have no comeback, and none of them can come up to you now and say, well, why am I not playing? The question has killed the question, why am I not playing? Well, there's your answer.
I was going to say to you, my next question was going to be, there's an opportunity tonight for some of the players who've been knocking on your door saying I should be playing. That they've shown you nothing, Harry. You're disappointed that more than that, are you disappointed in that rather than the result?
Disappointed that they can't come and ask the question, because you're on a good, healthy, competitive squad. They can't come and ask the question, and the lads that have sat off tonight resting have just kept their place. They've sat there and done nothing, and they've kept their place. It should be coming off thinking, well, he done really well tonight, and we've got to try and have a think about the weekend. It makes our decisions easier, but it's disappointing that players can't come and show against the team. In no disrespect, a lot levels lower, they should be coming and performing at a much better level, and they should be coming and making us have decisions and questions about what we're going to do, but they haven't.
They haven't beat us through beating better players. They've beaten us by having a go and by us not really turning up. Yeah,
through probably a bit of ego. Lads with a certain ego think they probably don't have to work that hard, and they're going to come and play and do what they want to do. But that just highlights it. Your ego, there's no place for ego in football. Work rate will always outrun it. And in terms of work rate, will always outrun talent, and that's an example of it. They worked harder, they were more desired, they had a go, and that's something you would never accept in a league game, and you can't accept it here. And it's something that won't be accepted. So it's not. It answers, all it does really is it answers a few questions and cements a few thoughts that we already had.
So there's some positives to come out of today, that you've learned a few things about some of your own players.
Clarity is a positive. You gain clarity from it, and of where we need to go forward from there, really.
Jamie Slaver was expected to be amongst in the starting lineup tonight. He wasn't here tonight.
Yeah, Jamie was ill. Jamie texted me yesterday saying he was ill, but I need to play, so I'm going to play. And he texted me this morning saying I literally get out of bed, I can't get out of work. Jamie's an honest lad. He's a good lad, Jamie. And if he's ill, he'll generally be ill. And so it's a shame we didn't get to see him. He needs the minutes himself. He said I'm gutted, so I need to play. But yeah, Jamie was ill tonight, so that's why I wasn't in the side.
So a few words on some of the youngsters that played today. Joey, Archie, Luke had his first game back after being over the broken foot.
Yeah, Luke, you could see he's nowhere near fit enough, and we expect that, and that's Luke's. That's not against the lad. He played a half, 45 minutes in 8 months or whatever it is, so there's a positive for him. The young lads, they did okay. There's bits that they need to learn. My personal thing, they may benefit if I go out on loan and playing games regularly. But the youngsters, and then you had the two trial youngsters, yeah, it was okay overall. They've done all right. We'll speak to them and give us our full thoughts, and we'll obviously say it to them before we say it on here.
I was going to say something. I'm going to say something now, and you might flat back this one as well. Having seen that tonight, is there likely to be some player changing?
No one's ever safe in the squad. No one's ever cemented in the side. Of course, there's likely to be changes and things as you go along, and you can't accept. As I said, that doesn't put anyone in the frame, and if they're not in the frame to start in the games, then they don't need to be here. So it's one of those that we'll have to go back and talk as a group, and me, Mark, and Tristan, and talk as a unit and discuss what needs to be discussed. But yeah, I mean, you will never accept that for a whole season, and you won't accept it too much longer. So obviously there might be in time.
Does it worry you that you would probably have no strength in depth, bearing in mind that a lot of the fringe players are coming today and sort of been beaten convincingly by a team from much lower down the pyramid?
I mean, they've been beat convincingly, but some of them, as impact players at times, have done okay in certain games. You've got to remember this season, it's not so recently. I think people were on a little bit of a panic last week. Although they made changes, we played a good Lincoln side, and they were a good side. On the Tuesday night, we played a depleted side against the Northerns. We'd done okay, could have done better. Our last league game here was very good, Oxford 4-0 a week and a half ago. So we've got to stay on the positive that that's what we're going to go and look for. That's what we expect Saturday. The players that played today and around at the weekend, can they have an impact off the bench? They should do, with their CVs and where they come from and what we brought them in here for. They should do. So they should be good enough at least to do that, and they should raise their levels naturally at the weekend. And we've got to stay positive that the lads that we have got that started the game against Oxford and that played really well. And then we had two tough games. One was tougher through sort of lack of squad, and the other one was tough because they're a good side. And so we've got to stay positive. We come in Thursday, we work hard, and Saturday we go and try and repeat what we did at Oxford last week.
A quick chat about injuries. We'll start with tonight. Pierre, how was he?
Yeah, Pierre's ankle, we took him off precautionary. It was kind of my sort of thing that I just said after we were discussing, or give him another 10. I said everything we're doing is geared towards Saturday. And if Pierre's in the frame to be involved Saturday, and Pierre done all right when he was playing, obviously got his goal, if he's in the frame to be involved, then we take him out of this game. So Pierre was trying to look at and precaution him for Saturday. He should be fine. It's just on his weaker ankle, and I don't want to take any risks.
With Dean being back now, we've got cover at centre half. How's Sean?
Sean just resting tonight. Sean's okay. He's slightly sore after Saturday, but he got through the game. It's not worse than it was last week. Sean should be fine through there, and Ricky's fine, just resting Rick, and Adam Coombs, they all had a rest tonight, and them lads should be fresh and ready to go Saturday.
I don't think anybody would be concerned at all the fact that players were rested. They deserve to be rested, but it's just like a lot of people felt really disappointed and let down by the players that come in, not only for themselves, for the club, but for the players themselves, that they've not been able to raise it. And is that something that in some of the games in the last 2 or 3 games that people think that our performance levels and work rate and effort haven't been there, and they can label that at the side tonight? Is that a little bit worrying for you?
Maybe, as I said, not all of these lads that played tonight are going to start at the weekend, so it's not massively worrying. You start with your first 11 and that's your concern. The lads that have been rested, I think, have earned the right to be rested at times. So you've got to earn the right. If you want to be seen in sort of the higher end of the group and you're rested and you're sitting out, then you've got to earn the right and you've got to work hard. And I don't think any of them, you look at Jordan that's been off tonight and Daniel Waldron that's been rested tonight, they work hard. They've worked hard, their performances have been decent. I mean, Coombs has been decent, recently, and, Ricky's been solid in there. And so those lads have sort of, as long as they stay at that level, they'll get that. I know that everyone's got to stay at their certain levels, and the lads that didn't say anything, why am I playing? But they answered the question why they're playing. So some of them before I may have sat there and thought, why am I picked tonight? Why am I playing and I'm not rested? Well, there's your answer. So that's what you got to look at and think. Now, hopefully, they might get a bit of reflection, and maybe we get a reaction. If they're still at the club, then you get a reaction. If they're not, then you go move on and you try and stay positive. And the players that have rested, hopefully at the weekend, they come out for you and they're ready to go and they know why they've been rested.
Is Dean Leacock back with the club permanently now?
Yeah, Dean Leacock's back. He's come in. I thought Dean done alright. That's the biggest positive tonight. Dean got 90 minutes. Played in there, got 90 minutes, worked hard, done okay. And that's for Dean. Dean's a good player. He just needs the games and to get back in. And yeah, Dean will be in now.
Right, final question. On to Saturday, tough game. They're going to be a side with a little bit of quality, hard-working team. It's a good test for us on Saturday, and we'll know whether our players are at it by how they play on Saturday.
100%. Match on work rate first. You don't match on work rate against these folk, you lose the game. And that's an evident. I think if you look at their record against the top 6, not being beat, because they work hard, and there are teams that think, it's these folk will do better than them. They don't match their work rate, they get beat. They're a good side. I was impressed with them when we played them early in the season. So we've firstly got to match them on the work rate, and then from there see if our quality goes on and wins the game for us.
Harry, thanks for talking to us tonight.
Cheers.
We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.